One of the games that we used to have is, mommy's going to go to work. When they were smaller, they didn't understand that.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, you're always working. And I said, yeah, but this is for us to do this. So I always introduce them to my vision.
Okay.
Like, this is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to live. This is the car that we're going to do. This is the money that I'm making. This is, everything about that. So at the end of the night, I used to say, hey, mommy made this amount of money. And then I used to give them a commission.
Oh, wow.
For, waiting up for me or for doing something for me. So here's your part of the commission.
Yeah.
So then tomorrow we'll go get you something. Not that I bought them, but they understood that I sacrificed to bring this home so that you guys could definitely enjoy the fruits of that.
And that's an important lesson, because they will be like, Mom, what are you doing home? Go make the money.
Exactly. Oh, no, most of the time they would do that.
Yeah, they're like,
now,
we're supposed to go to Disneyland, remember? Did you make your commissions?
Yeah, now we have investment Sundays, and now they're older. So what we do is, like, for instance, this Sunday, there was an estate sale. So I said, hey, let's go. But I wanted to go because I wanted to go purchase the house. And they had this big offering on the house. So I go, everybody, let's go. They have a lot of antique stuff. If you guys could find anything, purchase it and then resell it. So they do a lot of reselling online.
Okay.
So they get this money, they go and they resell, right? So they ended up getting all these antique stuff. They put in $50, and their turnaround for offer up was $1,150.
Wow.
So they know the value of investments.
Yeah.
They saw that I actually pitched to the owner of that property about a cash offer. I have a cash offer for this home. Not only that, we were able to pick up another 20 acres in Don Pedro Lake.
Wow.
So they were there watching that. That's something that I don't think that any book would be able to ever teach them.
Yeah, it's nothing like watching it happen.
Yes.
By the way, you said Don
Pedro.
Are you going to build like a lake house there, or are you going to sell the property?
So I'm planning to maybe flip. So there's 20 acres. I don't think I need that many.
Okay. You're like, I'll sell 15 and keep 5.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to flip, and then you may keep that for maybe something that you want to build. Okay.
Where's that at?
In Don Pedro, it's over. It's a lake in the Central Valley a little bit.
Valley, okay.
Yeah, so it's a big famous lake that people go and fish and.
Yeah, that's something I learned recently too about balance. It's like, when it comes to being successful in one thing, you have to have an intense focus. So I understand that there is no balance when it comes to that. But like for me, in order for me to have the energy that I need to be balanced in order to be in harmony to all the things I'm doing.
Yes.
So that's something I just we had this conversation in a group chat. Like, oh, okay, I get it. I
think it depends on the person too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I am like action. So I am not about I'm 100% to whatever I'm focused on. And a lot of the times I leave everything else kind of like to the side.
Yeah.
But it's not because I do it intentionally. It's because the faster that I focus on something and get it done, the faster I could go back and divert my attention to whatever else needs to be, diverted.
I'm the same way too. Like if I choose to do something, it's like all or nothing, and get it done fast. Because I always feel like I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
Like no matter what.
I'm just like, oh my God, I'm here going to suffer for let's say for instance 5 years when I could just go full force 3 months.
Yeah.
And maybe never sleep. Maybe get older than I look. But at least
detox after.
Yeah, exactly. Need my meth and my.
So I learned something about this. It's like, number one, there's something called the Michael Jordan syndrome. You were talking about this earlier. High achievers don't understand why other people don't think like them.
Yes.
They're like, what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Like, why don't you do this? But it's just because they're different, like you said. And you just have to understand that and be impatient with yourself, but be patient with others.
Yes.
And that's what I'm learning, because I never learned that before. And, I was always like, if they're not on my pace, then they're out, and like,
and
it doesn't work that way.
I know.
I failed so many times in leadership and in businesses because of that. But you never lose the impatience with yourself and your own goals. Like, you're always like on it, and then you just be patient with people, and
sometimes
they'll
I
catch
look at it and I was like, oh my God, like, are you serious? Like, you have so much potential. Like, if you would just put a little bit more effort, you could probably do everything you wanted in life. But you don't, because you're afraid of the change. People are so afraid to change. They adapt to being, in that area or stuck in that area, that it's kind of like, oh my God, just step out a little bit out of your comfort zone. You're going to see the beauty of the world instead of being stuck, instead of having that pressure of everyday life.
Yeah. And so, and I hope you guys out there listening, you're learning something, because this is principles of success. And we have examples here of, you know, people that have made it, lost it, got it back, now mentoring people, you know, all this kind of stuff. And this is what it takes. And, you know, you have two options. Like, you either do it or you don't, you know, and time's going to keep, it's going to keep going no matter what.